Oh, who's an adorable, precious Nargacuga? You are, yes, you are. Ew. Oh, green Nargacuga. I mean, come on now. What? Nobody. Oh, who's an adorable, wind-cutting, death machine, deviant, Silverwind Nargacuga? Yes, you are. Hello, my fellow writers of Stories 3. Welcome. You're obviously here because you want to know two things. How to get Nargacuga / Silverwind Nargacuga as soon as possible, and how to beat the invasive monster guarding his little endangered egg. I think I just said guarding, and I don't know why. In any case, then, worry not, for I am here to answer those questions with aplomb. I guess there could be a third reason in that you want green Nargacuga, but obviously no one wants green Nargacuga, especially in a world where we can make Nargacuga and Silverwind all of the colors because of the elements anyway. Right, so you're going to want to come to this lovely camp here, Blessing Hill, and our ultimate goal is to head up over to this little slice of water on the right. You do that by heading from the camp in a easterly direction, and you'll find yourself looking at this little gap to cross here. Get yourself a flying Monstie, head across it through the Therabeads, and you will arrive to find endemic life freaking out as expected. Make sure, of course, that you are here at night, and you also might well want to bring a swimming Monstie too, just to make traversal here a little bit easier, but it's not strictly needed. Down in this little basin then, you will find your invasive opponent, and it is indeed Invasive Nerscylla, which is very, very cool because it's quite literally a ghost of a monster. So you can run around, grab all the tracks, get all of the hints, and then do battle. If you want to work out yourself how to solve this puzzle of an invasive, you can do. Skip ahead with all the timestamps down below, but for those of you that just want to know what to do, well, the secret then is in Gunlance. So Invasive Nerscylla then will do the invasive big claw snap with the two extendo jaws, and when you are targeted with the skill as the hunter, well, you want to then use Wyvern Fire on the Nerscylla. This will trigger the "you have succeeded, well done" animation against her, and then she will retreat and create the endangered den. Now, she's not too brutal, all things considered. Obviously will do a lot of damage because it's an invasive and they are way above you at this stage of the game, but you can hold on quite nicely as you're using Gunlance anyway. You can tank up with the various shields. Just make sure that you manage your stamina. Don't keep spending it on various moves as you go. A nice little tip for this is just to bring Cora, and then she will tank Nerscylla a lot while you are fostering up to that huge stamina cost of using Wyvern Fire, and then Nerscylla will target you with the invasive Death Jaws, and that's when you hit the return Wyvern Fire. It's kind of like a skill head-to-head that you are guaranteed to win because of, well, that's the way that it works. In any case, then, once that is done, head into the endangered den and get your chisel and hammer ready to excavate out Nargacuga to have your first baby Nargacuga ready to release back into the wild and repopulate. Nargacuga, as you might imagine, is a non-element speed Monstie. We've got the classic Dark Thrash, which is more than likely going to be a crit. It's quite a powerful kinship. We have the Killer Tail. Again, everything Nargacuga do is all about that crits, which can lead to some really nice damage in the world of stamina, actually getting us use moves more as we're not paying kinship. We then have the Spike Bomb, which is a fairly stamina cheap, nice power AoE, especially at this stage of the game, and lastly the Sharpened Blades, just to really hammer home that crit. Honestly, Nargacuga is a really powerful Monstie to grab as soon as you do get to the second chapter here. In any case then, we want to unlock Silverwind and, yes, green. And in order to do that, well, for green, you simply need to get the ecosystem rank up to A, so just release enough of them in the same subzone of habitat restoration. And then for Silverwind, you need to reach rank S, which again is release a load of them. 5 generally does it, and then also meet the requirements for the mutation, which in this case is surround Nargacuga with various wind-based bladey monsters, like Great Azuchi, Legiana, and Palumu. Thankfully, Great Azuchi and Palumu are very easy to grab hold of. So, get yourself a load of Palumu from Azuria, and then I would recommend Blessing Hill. This already has Great Azuchi in it, which means that meets your criteria, and because of that you can just shove your Nargacuga here, raise it to S rank, and unlock everything that you need to. Now obviously this will result in a double non-element Nargacuga, which is a little bit of a waste, but at the same time, you for now just want to purely unlock the Silverwind. You can then go get a Silverwind and then release it into any other zone for any other element hybrid of Silverwind. You can also, if you want, do Howling Owl Forest, which is at top left, as that has Azuchi naturally, so you just need to release the Palumu here instead, and then you immediately get Fire Nargacugas, and then that's the way to go there. But depending on what element you want is of course the choice you need to make. You can just grab both Azuchi and Palumu, and then just pile them into any given zone along with the Nargacuga and achieve the same results. But in any case, what matters most is just getting Silverwind unlocked, then you've got your baby Silverwind, then you can put it in any elemental zone and get any element of Silverwind. So for now then, we will stick to Blessing Hill and release our Nargacuga to never be seen again, but his children will surely bear many fruit. Goodbye. So now we've got him in the area, we can start getting more Nargacugas to increase his rating and unlock everything else. 2 main ways to do this, of course. The easiest is just go into random dens and hope that you get a Nargacuga egg. This honestly is going to serve you fine. It might take a little bit of time, but your other option then is to specifically go out of your way to find a Nargacuga roaming about in the overworld, now that you have populated it, and then battle it. This has the advantage of letting you paintball it and hopefully get a retreat to its den, where you'll be able to follow it and then get 2 guaranteed Nargacuga egg pickups. The disadvantage, though, is that at the stage of the game you'll be doing this, if you're doing it as early as you physically can, you might find yourself having some trouble at beating the Nargacugas you've ironically just put into the wild. So the choice is yours. Obviously, beating the Nargacuga then does give you the Nargacuga armor and equipment, which is another nice little bonus, but either way, farm random dens until you get another bunch of Nargacuga, do the retreat method or a combination of the two, and then you're ready to create, well, the Deviant. So once you've collected your next 4 Nargacuga, get them all nice and hatched, and make sure they've not come with any genes that you might actually want. If they do, then simply Rite of Channeling them away onto any random sort of storage monstie, and you can use them later. Like, for example, at this stage of the game, I'd take both that non-elemental defense boost and attack boost, put them on something else, just so I can then maybe bring them back to the eventual Silverwind. They're nice little genes to have. In any case, we then pop the 4 Nargacuga in, which will raise our Nargacuga to S rank, along with the Palumu and Great Azuchi already found there. That's when the good stuff will happen. So, be gone, small herd of Nargacuga. I'm sure this won't destabilize this already ridiculous population that I've got in Blessing Hill whatsoever. And now that they are free, we'll see Nargacuga head all the way up to S rank. This then is going to give us the mutation. Silverwind Nargacuga has been added, and Green Nargacuga has been added. And if you do go over the limit, which can easily happen when you're unlocking multiple monsters at once, you have to choose what to keep. Your locked ones will stay, but then you choose away. I'll keep the 3 Nargacugas in this case, as I don't actually need the Toby Kadachis or the Garangomes. They were kind of a failed project, and thus now we have Green and Silverwind added to the pool. and goodbye to those two. And there we have it. We now officially have the full collections of Nargacuga to find. And there we have it. We now officially have the full collection of Nargacuga to find, which means it's time to do exactly that. So head out and search through the nests in the area of your choice and grab yourself both a green and a Silverwind Nargacuga. It's worth grabbing the green even if you don't plan on using it, just so you have the full breadth of Nargacuga genes unlocked. You might want them in the future, and it's nice to know where they come from. But once you've got your two new monsties to be, well, grab them and hatch them. Green Nargacuga I still think is very funny it even exists in a world where, again, you could change your monsters' colours for the elements, but hey, it's still a speed-based non-physical, and it does gain a couple different attacks, as does the main event, which is, of course, Silverwind Nargacuga, our deviant. This Nightmare Blade, which is just incredible, and then Guided Spike Bomb, Vacuum Blast, and White Shadow. He also looks absolutely incredible, and is of course a very high Monstie rank Monstie, which means if you do send him out, get him to S rank somewhere, you'll get a very potent egg skill depending on the element you choose, which is always nice and worth it, the same you can with Dread Queen earlier on. Green then, with the sneak, gets that dodge up, which is actually a really nice effect. It's a quite heavy dodge up, which is pretty good for mitigating damage, especially at this stage, and then the high chance of stun and go first. This is really good for interrupting moves and you don't really have any other way to do it, or a head-to-head to win, or a kinship to make happen, so well worth getting Green Nargacuga for. Over to your Silverwind then, the Nightmare Blade is really, really good. The high damage, you even get attack up, and the crit, yeah, deviants are powerful for a reason. Guided Spike Bomb is also lovely, it will always happen, it just loses the guaranteed crit effect, and then we get that increased bleeding, which is of course Silverwind's signature from its deviantification with all of its cutting wins. And all enemies 120 power with bleeding is pretty damn potent, though 55 stamina is quite the cost. Lastly then, White Shadow. 80 stamina, and then you get a double turn of guaranteed evasion, which is actually insanely potent. Basically 2 turns of invulnerability at the cost of 80 stamina. Yeah, you can do a lot of fun things with. Lastly then, the all-important detail of seeing what they look like changed. Green Nargacuga to orange Nargacuga to blue Nargacuga to Green Nargacuga. I do actually like how Thunder Green Nargacuga looks, as absurd of a variation as that is, and then lighter blue, and then of course Dragon looking incredible as always. For your Silverwind, you've got a much nicer color option because of the extra stripes giving it that definition. The more darker orange, the blue is honestly really, really cool, and then you could have, you know, Deviant Green Nargacuga. The blades, however, do look awesome with the kind of neon green. The ice is just fine, and then the dragon, oh god, the black and white body with the red blades, bloody hell. Imagine a dragon cutting Silverwind Nargacuga. In any case then, there we have it. Silverwind Nargacuga, oh my god, Nargacuga, and Green Nargacuga acquired as early and as easily as possible. And of course, Silverwind gets the extra little stealth bonus while riding it instead of the raw, which is a really, really fun little nod to him being, you know, incredibly stealthy. I really, really do like this Monstie. Hopefully that all made sense and indeed was enjoyed. For now then, like if you have enjoyed this, subscribe and hit the bell for more. Look out for many more of these and, well, everything Stories 3 you could ever want related coming up very soon, and indeed already up on the channel. But until then, consider supporting the future of the channel on Patreon down below, and until we meet again, a goodbye.
Josh, Cotton, and Hollow with the videos, dropping the humor like a hammer on your tippy toes, bringing entertainment on a daily arrangement to take our insanity and turn it into entertainment. Yes, I said entertainment twice, to reiterate that it is nice to look into your faces on a mostly daily basis when you let us in your homes to make the whole world a stage. Goodbye.